Please welcome up Sanjay Gupta.
Hey guys. Well, good morning. Well, some of you might be wondering if I'm the guy from CNN, Sanjay Gupta. I get asked that a lot, actually. So, and sometimes, a lot, and most of the time, all the time, I have to disappoint them. Except for one time, I lied. So I needed some tickets. Anyways, I'm not the guy. Sorry to disappoint you. Yeah, but these talks would probably cheer you up. In any case, so I'm here to talk about restart, at least just my perspective of it. And just a caveat that that's not the only perspective. All the perspectives about it, that's just mine. In any case, so before I actually talk about that, I gotta tell you a quick story about me. So you already know I do visual storytelling for work, but that's not what I always did. What the visual storytelling to me means at this point, what I do is I actually work with the businesses, tell their brand films, but I'm also working on feature-length scripts, which is for me, and I hope to turn them into movies sometime soon. But since I didn't do that always, how did I get to be at that place? And that's my story. So let's flash back 50 years and fast forward to early years of my life. I was born in India, and I went to school, pretty bright student, so I got 2 double majors, aerospace engineering and computer science. And then I had a successful stint in the corporate world for about 10 years, actually 8 years, till 2002. And I did tell you I got a degree in computer science, graduate degree, almost a PhD, but I never worked in it. And in 2002, I lost my job. And that was the time my twin sons were just born, and my friends told me, hey, the economy is about to take a downturn. Good part was that very next day, I had a job offer, and I refused it. Why did I do that? And, and the reason I did that is just around that time, I had watched a movie, Lord of the Rings, and I had also read 3 other books, The Alchemist, The Peaceful Warrior, and The Power of Now. They kind of influenced me. And one thing that I remembered only one dialogue from the movie, and that was this: we cannot complain about what we get in life. All we can do is figure out what to do with the time that's given to us. And the idea that I got from the book was this, and the sum total of all whole things was this, that each one of us has a unique talent. And it's hard to figure that out, what the talent is. And if we do figure it out, if we pursue it and succeed in it, there's nothing that can stop us in the world. I loved that idea. I wanted to find my unique talent and be unstoppable, but that only time would tell. So in any case, so that was my motivation for not taking the job. However, as soon as I got on my own, life got tough very, very fast. The whole structure of the corporate world that offered me was gone. I was on my own. Over the next 9 years, I actually went through a succession of few different careers: mortgage lending, custom home building. I thought I would compete in the Olympics, was trained and quit. And then I worked for Apple and quit. So nothing kind of stuck. I was all on my own. And there were days, the money wasn't coming in on a regular basis. It was tough. So there were days I simply didn't know what to do. And on top of that, I had to maintain this facade of success for everybody. That was exhausting. I just wanted to hide. And I really needed some hope and direction, but I couldn't tell anybody I was struggling. So I turned to books and the films. And believe me or not all films, but some films gave me the hope and direction and strength. And I remember sitting in a theater one time, the movie was Avatar. And I'm not a tech geek from the movie perspective. I watch a movie for the story. And I was sitting in halfway through the film, all of a sudden I heard a voice. I forgot all my slides. That's the voice, sorry, yeah. All right, okay, so I heard this voice inside of me, oh my God, this movie has a heart. Something just totally softened inside of me. I kind of forgot all the tension that I had in my body. I don't know what to do, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to do. Nothing is working out. And when the movie finished, I walked to the theater, I was kind of inspired. So I kind of figured out a way to reconnect with inspiration, to get back some hope. But life was still struggling, and I didn't know what my unique talent was. Money wasn't coming in, and things were getting just tougher and tougher. And then once again, after several months or whatever that was. I don't remember what movie I was watching this time. And I came out of the theater and I heard another voice inside of me. And that's the kind of stories I want to tell. The stories that inspire me, that connect with me, and they show me the way. And as soon as my conscious mind understood what it meant, it's like, no! All right. I had no idea how to make films. I had no idea how to tell stories. And most importantly, I dreaded that my friends and family, they're going to simply just laugh at me. They're going to say, how many times this guy's going to change his career? Right? In any case, despite my best efforts to squash the voice, it just wouldn't go away. So what this really meant for me was that I kind of had to work on revealing the essential in me that was mostly always invisible to me. In other words, I had to work on my own dark side. So as that awareness happened, life obviously put some stuff in my path that I was kind of forced to look into the deeper recesses of my voice, deeper recesses of my own psyche, and face those things that most of the world, and even myself, would actually consider unworthy, ugly, or even morally wrong. As those things came to light, I had no choice but to accept those. And the reason being I had to accept those is because if I didn't accept them, since I knew them now, I couldn't live with myself. But as I started accepting those things, something really beautiful started happening. And what that was, that what I could actually accept in myself, I understood in others. And I was able to relate to them in a different way, with a very, very open heart. I started to see them for who they were, without the stories of my own mind or my own judgments. And that's how the phase that in my life came, it was acceptance. And if I look back, if somebody asked me, okay, tell me about the last 16 years of your life, I would have to say the last 16 years of my life have been about self-acceptance. And in the self-acceptance, I started to accept others. And that's how I came to understand my own unique talent, which was to tell stories with truth from the heart. Stories connected with me. They showed me the path. And that's what I wanted to do. But I can tell other people's stories only when my stories are out of the way. And that was what I needed to understand. And of course, I understood that, and I still needed to kind of hone my skills. So I went to film school, 8 months of that. I did a script writing course with UCLA. But believe me, I'm still a work in progress. So now this brings me to the next final part of this, that restart. So what I mean by that, how I understand it now. So as I look back on my life, what I see is that I cannot actually see that there was a certain moment in my life that I would call a total restart. Because to me, what it seems like is life is a long, continuous journey to me. What I would like to say is this, it's actually a long, continuous, sacred journey of the spirit. And the reason I'm using those words is because it's on the path of who I can be. That's what the last 16 years have done to me. In who I can be, when I am that person, I'm naturally good for this world. Because I'm doing what I'm really wanting to do. And I simply make a difference through my work, which includes my unique talent in this case. And so, if some parts of my life were to be erased, were to be taken away, I wouldn't be this person who's standing here talking to you right now. And I wouldn't actually take that anymore. Because all that occurred so far, has created this final moment for me, for today at least, along with all of you. And I feel fulfilled, and I think it's a moment of grace. And for that, thank you very much for being here with me.